People of color of a certain age can remember a time when buying cosmetics was more of a fishing expedition than a shopping spree. The beauty industry has been notoriously colorblind when it comes to providing products that complement the range of skin tones we find across the population. My guest today is one of the people helping to change that. She's a South Asian beauty blogger whose Instagram following is booming. Mathu, welcome to Our Montreal.
Thank you for having me.
The beauty industry has improved, let's say, over the last decade and a half, I think, really is when I started to see it, for what it offers people of color. But we're not there yet. Like, we're not there where every kind of skin tone can find something for them in the makeup industry. What is the state of it now? Like, what is the state for somebody who is an in-between shade, shall we say?
In between shades. So I do see how like a lot of brands are focusing on a darker woman, so mainly like black women. However, there's a lack of South Indians because there aren't many South Indians complaining, or even Asians complaining about not finding the shade. They complain to themselves and they leave it. But Black people were actually pushing the message. So I'm just trying to become an influencer where I could reach many brands out there, like showing that, look, this foundation is not matching me. Like, I actually had a moment where I did a tutorial where I used the Huda Beauty foundation, and Huda Beauty personally reached out to me telling me that, hey, I can see that your foundation shade does not match you. We'll send you another one that's catered to your skin tone. So like the reach that, like, because I'm an influencer, I have a strong platform to eventually get the message out to brands. So I'm hoping to do that. And there are many other South Asian influencers doing that too. However, I feel like the darker skin toned South Asian women don't have the right shade yet.
Yeah, and I mean, not just the South Asians, we're also talking about Southeast Asians as well, like Filipinos and, you know, just people from Southeast Asia, South Asia. There's such a wide range of skin tones. And I think, you know, my friend and I always joke that sometimes their brands will come out and say, we've got a whole bunch of new shade ranges, and it's like pale skin, olive to skin tone, and your one black friend.
Exactly.
And there's nothing in between anymore.
What's missing that I find is more like golder, warmer tones, because a lot of South Asians have a yellow undertone. And the main focus that brands do for undertones for darker women is the red undertone, which is catered towards black women. Whereas South Asians, there's a lack of olive and yellow undertoned foundation tones.
And your younger sisters actually help you find your path to Insta fame, to sort of deliver this message. How did you even get into becoming a beauty blogger?
Okay, so my story is I started off in college. I opened my Instagram page because my sisters told me like, hey, you look so bored, and I'm a school lover, so I hate being like not having homework or something to do, so I'm always like a hands-on person. And they told me like, hey, just do makeup on me. And then I'm like, okay, let's just do it. They told me to take a before and after picture. And then my sister, Lakshya, she was the one that was like, hey, create an Instagram account. And she's like, you should call yourself Beauty by Mathu because it's easier to pronounce. And that's literally how I started. I opened it, I posted, and here I am. It's crazy.
But why do you think you've more than 200,000 followers? Why do you think so many people have started following you?
A lot of the people that reach out to me always tell me, oh my God, I am so happy to find a South Asian woman that I can relate to. It's so hard to find South Asian women pursuing a career in beauty blogging because one, they're not given a lot of attention, and it's really hard to like get the reach out there. It's really about like consistency, and there are many influencers out there that post, but consistency is what gets like the bigger audience reach. So, yeah.
And I don't think it's just South Asians. It's people of color as well that are seeing another person of color use products and say, not good enough.
Yeah.
Or like, this is working for me and I'm a person of color.
One thing, though, that I have to mention is when I started, as I said, I'm a self-taught makeup artist. I'm not certified in any way. So when I started, I had a lot of people hating on me because I didn't know which foundation shade to choose, and I'm self-taught. So I did not have a lot of followers. But I feel like the more people see that I could complement my skin tone with the correct products, they want to follow me to see the right colors that they could choose too.
Right.
So it's more like credibility with the results of the makeup look.
Did you have any role models yourself when you started doing this?
Yep, Huda Beauty. So Huda Beauty is a huge role model. Like I could relate to her because she was also bullied back in high school because of the color she was and the background she comes from. She pursued the same career that I'm doing right now. So she did finance, and I'm finishing finance this semester. And just, she's a boss woman. So like, she's an independent woman, and I look up to her, and I just want to be as powerful as her one day.
And she's a Middle Eastern descent, and she runs a very successful cosmetics empire right now.
Yes, she's like booming in the market.
Trust is a big issue, though, in the beauty blogging world. What do you say to people who wonder if you're just another brand ambassador, you're just trying to sell me something?
Okay, so the way it works is there's two different type of influencers. There's influencers that do it for the money, and then there's influencers that actually have this negotiation between the brand, telling them like, hey, like I'll try out your product because like you reached out to me. If I like it, I'll send the message out to my followers, and that's the way that I like taking, because I won't push a product that is not like preferred by me. Like I would never send out a product, like push the message to buy the product if I don't like it. So what I would say is that the way companies usually reach out to you too is how often you use their products too. So if you don't use their product, they're not going to reach out to you because it's like, hey, like I never heard of this brand and you're pushing this message out. Like I never even knew you used this product. So brands think like that too. Like they have that, they know that people usually want to see how it's used or bought.
Is this a lucrative thing for you? Can you actually pay for school? Can you do you get paid enough from doing this, from the YouTube channel and from Instagram?
YouTube, not so much. So the way YouTube works is not really to do with your views or subscribers at all. It's really like ads. So like the more ads people click on, that's when you generate revenue. It's not really like much. But on Instagram, the way it works is like when a company is launching a campaign, they would reach out to influencers to basically push out the message. For instance, like Lancome did this foundation, Ultra Idol foundation campaign, and they reached out to many influencers of different colors. So there was like 10, 15 other South Asian women also doing it. And that's a way of pushing the message like, hey, there's different colors. So that's little campaigns I usually work on.
Okay.
And sometimes just brands reach out to me for like Halloween looks or a Christmas look. So just like campaigns like that.
Okay. And in between posting all these videos and doing your makeup and taking off your makeup, which sometimes can take as long, let's face it, you are also studying. You're studying finance at the John Molson School of Business at Concordia. Yep. So what is your day like then?
Okay, so my life's really busy. It's really hard managing both. So usually days I have class, I might try being productive by filming a makeup look before going to class. And then I go to class, I come back from school, and I edit right away. And then homework would be like all night long, pulling an all-nighter. So it's really about prioritizing and time management. So if I have a content that I want to post at a specific date, I would give it more importance. And if I know I have an exam, I would give that more importance and put the content aside.
Do you have like a set schedule as to when you have to put things out online?
Not that I do. I post according to my availabilities. However, there are some contracts that I work on where I'm obliged to post on those days. Okay. So it's like work. So it's like this day you have to post at this time. So that I would need to like I'm obliged to do the content. However, if it's vice versa, whereas I'm doing the content, I could push back the content even if I filmed it. So I could post at any time I want.
We've heard from a few YouTube bloggers that and YouTube content creators about burnout. Lily Singh talked about it as well, that just being under the pressure to post so much and so frequently takes a toll on you. How do you manage that?
Realistically speaking, I personally, like burnout would usually occur when you're putting the pressure on yourself to post. But if you see it more of as a passion or a hobby, just like watching TV, you're not feeling pressured while you're watching TV, you're not forcing yourself, it's more of a willingness. So for me, it's more of a love. Like I love beauty blogging, I love creating content, I love it. So for me, it never got to my head where, oh my God, I have to post. It's more like, hey, let's post today. Hey, let's do a quick video so that I can post today. It was never forced upon me because mental health is really important. So pushing the content to post can get to your head, and I completely understand that.
Where do you want to take your career?
So eventually I want to do master classes. So maybe teach individuals within Canada. So I might travel to different provinces to host master classes, and eventually maybe opening a actual makeup brand.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can see the shade range is probably going to have a lot of different
Oh yes, for sure.
And last question, is my makeup okay?
Oh my God, your makeup looks amazing. I love it. I love it.
Are you just saying that?
Oh no, I'm not joking. Beauty, everyone has their own unique forms of it. Like I'm not expecting you to do makeup like me, but your beauty is what defines you.
Well, you can come back anytime, Mathu. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, no problem.
And I look forward to watching more of your videos.
Oh, thank you.